Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's Akashic Soul Wisdom Show with me, your host, Natasha Nicole Harris, bringing you some divine guidance and wisdom around the topic of manifesting alongside fear and uncertainty today. So I'm here every Wednesday, 4 p.m. UK time, just bringing a little bit of wisdom from the Akashic Records, often playing with angel cards, oracle card decks, which is really good fun. And I'll be picking a card today from this deck, the Enchanted Map, which is a really fun deck to play with and to draw from. So if you are watching me live, do say hello, leave me a comment. If you are watching the replay, please type #replay. Whatever card is picked is always it's always pertinent and correct for us at the time we are listening, we're tuning in, we're connecting with the divine guidance. So the messages are, even though it's the same card, it's always so beautifully unique for us and what we need. So with yesterday's beautiful, powerful, big full moon that we had yesterday as well, lots of energies around at the moment, big energies walking through new timelines, new portals, really creating and amplifying the energies that are really, really around. And people are experiencing that. My clients are all experiencing that in very, very different ways. Some people are like really going for it. Some people are really feeling like the fear, uncertainty, not really sure what to do, what next step to take. So I just wanted to come along and really address that, because if that's how you're feeling, don't worry, take a breath. Just allow yourself to be in that moment of uncertainty. Clarity will absolutely come. So for those of you that don't know me, I'm Natasha Nicole Harris. I work with the Akashic Records and the wisdom and the beautiful ancient wisdom of the Akashic Records, giving readings, supporting clients through mentorship, but also teaching people now how to read and learn how to access their own Akashic Records, the records of their clients, so they can really amplify and take their clients much deeper, much quicker, through really understanding who they are at soul level and releasing past life patterns of behavior. So you can do readings for your clients and amplify the amazing work that you're already doing by really supporting clients to come in and work. So our next training is starting on the week of the commencing the 27th of March. If you're interested in that, just send me a DM and I can send you the link. The dates have now all been released, and we have a beautiful multinational community already signed up to join that. So it's going to be truly expansive. So for today, talking around manifesting alongside fear and uncertainty, a couple of my clients have really been bringing this idea that they have mentioned around bringing joy to everything. Like it's, oh yes, I must remember to bring joy to everything that's going on. And I really do feel that this is something that really we want to address. We are not here to experience and bring joy to absolutely everything that we are experiencing, or to find the joy in things, to be happy, to eliminate the fear, eliminate the uncertainty. It's around bringing joy into our experience while we are feeling whatever we're feeling, while we're feeling grief, while we're feeling uncertain, while we're feeling fear in certain things. We want to be able to allow joy in the moments, but it is not about only finding joy, only being happy, only being in a state of positivity. That can be really toxic, and it can be really detrimental to our mental health, our emotional health, because we really want to then, we're seeking something that will be unattainable. Our emotions, our feelings, the state of being that we are in is always fluid. It is always moving. We are never in a permanent state, and we're not seeking to find a permanent state either. So where my clients have sort of mentioned, oh yes, I must find more joy in everything that I'm doing, it's around how we can allow joy to come in the moments alongside fear, uncertainty, grief, having a wobble, feeling like there's too much weight on our shoulders. It's allowing ourselves to find moments of joy alongside those things. Fear and uncertainty are always going to show up, and it's okay to be with that. We don't want to eliminate the fear. We don't want to eliminate the uncertainty, but what we want to do is look at it allow it, give it space to breathe, give it space to be in our awareness without wanting to shift it, change it, eliminate it, run away from it, make it go away. All of these things that we really sometimes feel that we shouldn't be sitting in these spaces. And our desire is always to run towards something that feels better. But while we are feeling all this uncertainty, we can feel moments of happiness. We can feel moments of gratitude, deep state of gratitude, of celebration for something that happens. That being in a state of fear and uncertainty doesn't mean that's the only state we will be in for the time being. It will morph, it will shift, it will disappear, it may come back, it will fluctuate through things. So we can still manifest alongside feeling fearful and uncertain about what will come. Otherwise, we believe that we will only manifest what we desire and what we want to create when we're feeling happy, when we're feeling joyful, when we're feeling gratitude, when we're feeling in a state of joy, when we're feeling in a state of only open to receive, tapping into the magic, tapping into the energies. We also want to believe that we can manifest and know that we can manifest while we are feeling sad, while we're feeling a little bit overwhelmed. We want to be open to receiving that. We want to be open to receiving it all. And to understand that we can create and we can co-create with source, even though we might not feeling what we call positive emotions, positive states of being, that in it all, we are all of everything. We're human. And we get to experience all states of being, all emotional ranges, all things across the whole spectrum. So it's about really allowing ourselves to build a momentum of manifesting, of creating what we desire while whatever state we are feeling in. So, but it's about creating that momentum, carrying a momentum forward. So allowing ourselves to be in a space of receiving, even if we're feeling sad, even if we're feeling quiet, even if we're feeling in a space of uncertainty, which is always can feel really uncomfortable. So it's allowing ourselves to be in that space of discomfort. So more is always possible. More is always possible, whatever state we're in. But are we closing ourselves off when we're not feeling good because we believe that we can't manifest in that state of fear or uncertainty? So we close ourselves off. We want to retreat. Let me go and deal with this. Let me try and go and eliminate this. Let me go and try and work on this feeling, and then I'll come back to feeling joyful, and then I can manifest from there. What if we can allow our emotions and still create, still manifest? And that's about creating that momentum of experience that we walk through. So if we are feeling great and we're sort of building on the energies and we're excited and we're feeling great about something and things are happening and things are moving and we feel like we're going in a space, then fear can come in or uncertainty come in. It's like, how can I maintain this? How can I keep this going? Like, this is something that I truly experience. I don't know how it you may experience. Share with me in the comments about how you might experience that fear and uncertainty of coming when you're building in this momentum and things feel like they're shifting, they're moving. You feel like things are coming. We forget to recognize that we're actually in the process of creating already. We feel things are further away from us, that it's coming, that it's there, but we're actually in the process already. And what we sometimes do is when fear and uncertainty come up, we don't know how to sustain it. We don't know how to keep going. We don't know what to do next. We retreat. We close ourselves off. We go and hide. We go, okay, this doesn't feel good. I don't know what to do. I need to go and work it all out. Think about it with my head, rather than staying in the momentum of what we're doing and how we can carry on. And so when we can acknowledge and allow ourselves in that space of fear and uncertainty to really believe that we can continue to manifest, to continue to create, to continue to grow, to continue to expand, to continue to receive, to continue to open our arms and bring in more things, then the fear itself doesn't grip us, doesn't shake us to the core, that we feel that we've got to disappear and we've got to stop doing what we're doing, and we've got to like disconnect from the manifesting process to go away and do it. The idea is then we can keep manifesting, keep opening up to receiving, keep moving forward. We need to be willing to, thank you for the heart. We need to be willing to respond when the plan changes. So when we're in this flow and we're in this momentum, and then suddenly something comes up and we're like, we get a guidance, we get something, and we're kind of not sure what that means. We think, well, we've got to go again away and work it all out. Got to stop what we're doing, clear the decks. But like, it's about being able to respond to the things as they come up. Okay, so what can I tweak? What can I course correct? What can I shift and change now that this new information comes up? Because each step of the journey, we're going to be at a different vantage point. Something new is going to come in, new opportunity will arise, because at each step we are on the manifesting path. And we are shifting our vibrational state to become more of a vibrational match to what we're calling in. So we're constantly doing this process. We're constantly on the journey. It's not something that's coming. I can feel it. It's just out of reach. It's almost here. We're on the path. We are already in it. It's just becoming more of a match to it, more abundant, more expanded, more in alignment with it, so that we can create it. And we have to keep taking action. So many of us, and this has always been my pattern, is like, it's going great, it's going, now I don't know what to do to keep it going. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll just sit back and I'll relax, I'll chill out for a bit. It's all catching up with itself. It's like its own momentum is going. I'm not an active participant. I stopped being an active participant in the manifesting process because I've disconnected from it, because I'm not quite sure. Uncertainty has settled in. So it's around recognizing that certainty and saying, how can I keep going? How can I keep that momentum going towards what I'm manifesting? Because I'm already on the path. I don't want to step off the path. I don't want to slow it down. I don't want to pull the reins. I don't want to pull on the brakes, step on the brakes completely, because this is something that I recognize in myself, but I also recognize in my clients as well. Because actually achieving our goals, achieving our desires, achieving can sometimes feel overwhelming. It's like, what will we do when we get there? So we like to pull on the brakes. So when things change, as we move and we create momentum on the path, we want to be able to respond to the changes, the changes in our emotional state, in our certainty, in our mental state, in our thinking, in the divine guidance that comes in. I want to be able to respond to that in a positive way that keeps the momentum going, keeps us moving forward, keeps us taking action, that is moving us more and more along the path for more and more of what we're calling in, of what we're trying to manifest. So let me know if you've got any questions. I can just see a couple of people watching. Let me know if you've got any questions about anything. And sometimes the comments don't come up. And I'm going to just pull a card and see what other divine guidance is coming up for us. So let me know if this resonates, if this is something you do. You're like on the path, the momentum's going, and you just decide, I'm going to just disconnect from this. I'm not quite sure. Hey, Azra, not quite sure what's going on, what to do next. And we slow it down. It doesn't mean pushing. Creating momentum along the path doesn't mean we have to push. Hard work, effort, keep going, grinding, pushing something like pushing a big barrel up the hill, up the mountain. It is about allowing the momentum to carry us, but that we are an active participant in it. So that card wanted to jump out. Interesting card, education. So rest is also momentum. Yeah, absolutely. If we're not completely disconnecting, so it's like taking that guidance, got to rest for a bit, got to slow down, but it's about still building that momentum and not disconnecting completely, because I feel that that's sometimes what we tend to navigate towards, that we think rest is like taking a step out of it. Rest is replenishing, is keeping that momentum going. So yeah, absolutely. So education, interesting card. It's like, what are we learning along the way? What are we learning along the steps of our path, of our journey? What do we need more of? What do we need less of? What do we need to keep? What are our patterns that are not serving us? What are our patterns that are serving us? And allowing ourselves to keep moving forward and along the journey that we're always learning something more about ourselves. We're learning something as we go. We are educating ourselves. Now, that might be that we want to go and learn something from other people, or it's something that we're teaching ourselves. The more we do something, yeah, patience is a good one. I certainly need more patience. Around divine timing for me. I don't know what your patience is around, because the patience can show up in lots of different things. That things sometimes have a divine timing. It's like, what are we ready for? What are we ready to invite in? What are we allowing ourselves to invite in the manifesting process? And what are we closing ourselves off from? So patience in divine timing, because sometimes we want it now. It's like, oh, I'm ready. I'm totally ready. But we have to take a few steps for us to be able to receive it sometimes. So education, what are we learning? So there's a stork there, and there's where's the card? Stork, and she's holding a beautiful, can't quite see what that is, a beautiful energy. It looks like a bit of a spiral. I've been playing a lot with spirals, the energy of spirals. It's the timing, yeah. A lot about spirals and showing us that, things are working around us. We can't always see everything. And it's about allowing ourselves to be in this space of, we're constantly learning, we're constantly growing, we're constantly evolving. Like, we're never there. We're never done. The journey's never done. It's like, oh, okay, we're done now. I can hang up my boots and like, that's it. Thank you very much. It's like, we're constantly growing as we walk through life. How much are we opening our arms, embracing the learning along the way? Because the learning isn't always comfortable. Sometimes it's good fun. Sometimes it's great. It's expansive and it's joyous and it brings so much richness and addition to our lives. But sometimes it can be challenging. It can be uncomfortable. It can stretch us a little bit too far sometimes. And it's like, what are we learning? And sometimes the learning, the education comes back again. We think we've learned something, and then it's like, oh, there it is again. Here I am. What's going on? Why am I experiencing this again? What did I not learn the last time? And it's nothing like, we don't recreate these things. We're just being invited. If patterns of something are coming up, showing themselves again, it's like, it's an invitation for us to go deeper with it, to learn something more that's going to take us further, that's going to allow us to grow even more in that. So often we'll find that it's like something we're butting up against, something we thought we were done with, like from years ago. It's like, oh, I thought I'd done that. I thought I was complete with that. And we're being invited to step further and further into that. So it's really around what's coming next, what's the next step on our path, that we're learning about ourselves, who we're becoming, how we are shifting, how we're starting to respond differently to things, to experiences, to people, to situations, to our own growth and expansion. How unsettling is it for us? How joyous is it for us? So there's something around allowing that to be part of our journey, part of our navigation system. So beautiful card to take us through today on International Women's Day as well. Oh, the light is shining. Not there it is. The light's shining on it. So taking us through to today, over across yesterday's beautiful full moon that was really expansive. Again, it's like people are experiencing the energies of that very, very differently. It feels like I've been whooshed through a portal, and it's like everything feels like it's changing. I feel like suddenly in the last couple of weeks leading up to this new moon, I've been shifted onto a completely new trajectory in my life, in my personal life, in my business and everything. And it feels really, really expansive. And I'm kind of riding that. I'm enjoying it. I'm taking a break. I'm taking a moment. And as we said, rest is also momentum. It's like allowing ourselves to be in that space. So I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed today's message. What are you learning? What are you creating and manifesting alongside any fear, uncertainty, anything that's challenging you right now in your own life, in your business, in your personal life, in your health and well-being, anything around that? Can you still build that momentum to keep moving forward in a way that feels comfortable, without pushing yourself too hard, without exerting too much effort, but just allowing yourself to be in the process, a co-creator in the manifesting process, and allow that. So if this if you have any questions, pop them in the comments, tag me. I will happily come back and comment on them. Allow yourself to be in the process, whatever you are feeling right now. There is so much joy and wisdom that we are walking into as we are expanding and growing, as the paradigm is shifting, as life is changing, as the earth is changing. We're being invited to step up even further into who we are, into our soul light, into our soul gifts, and the Akashic Records can really support us. The wisdom that we hold within, that we have been bringing with us through lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. So if you want to know a little bit more about the Akashic Records, then send me a DM. If you're interested in learning how to access your Akashic Records, the program starts on the week commencing the 27th of March. In just a couple of weeks' time, we have a beautiful international group. I cannot wait to get this started. Come and join me. Let me know if you've got any questions. I'm going to pop the link in the comments section to find out a little bit more about that program that's starting. If you're just curious to know a little bit more about your own Akashic Records, then send me a DM or head to my website and to book in a reading. I would love to share the wisdom with you, and I will see you again next week for the Soul Wisdom Akashic Records Wisdom and Guidance Show with me, your host, Natasha Nicole Harris. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.